My bartender service is back up and running, Intoxicating Bartender Services, where we provide professional, insured, and certified bartenders to you. And so since we did an event yesterday, I've been running around for that. But Sundays is always my wind down day before work. So I went to a local liquor store and I found these, they're called Freixenets. And they are a Spanish cava. From Catalina, Spain. And so throughout the selections, and once again because I try to show you all ones that you could probably find in your local markets or stores, this is a new one for me too, so we're going to taste this blindly together. We are going to do a tasting of different ones between a extra dry and a brut. And most people think that dry means that there's no fruit presence or anything of that nature. Dry, all that means is that during the fermentation process, they leave no residual sugar. So they let the yeast eat up all the sugar in the wine. Most wines that are sweeter will happen to have, that means because they've left more sugar within the fruit or the grape process, fermenting. And dry means they have let it all go. So you still will have a fruity flavor, but it just will be dry. So it will have no sugar. So when you're looking for diet tips and you still want to drink me, and then the drier wines are the way to go. So today we actually have an Brut Cava, and we have an extra dry cava. Most people would think because it says extra dry that the extra dry would actually be the sweeter of these two. Brut is actually going to be the drier of the two. The extra dry should actually be the sweeter of the two, which if you didn't know that and you were out looking at wines or champagne, sparkling wines, and this was your first time purchasing, you would be totally confused within the situation, because you would think, well, that's extra dry and I don't want it. But Brut is actually the driest of champagnes that there are. Okay, so today we're gonna do, it's the same brand. It's the first time I've done it like this. It's the same brand but just different versions of it. Once again, are bigger than tasting portions because why? I'm at home and it's Sunday and I'm going to enjoy. So we're going to start with, normally when you're doing tastings, you go from sweeter to driest. That's the way that I prefer. It's easier to cleanse your palate like that, okay? So a couple other fun facts. These pair well with shellfish or lean pieces of fish or cured meat. It's also really good as with snacks and used as an aperitif to cleanse your palate. So with that being stated, if you have like a cocktail hour during a wedding reception or a birthday party before dinner, this would be great wines for that also, because they're cleansing the palate before dinner. So that's a phenomenal thing. So I'm going to start with the extra dry, which is actually sweeter than the Brut, okay? Okay, so it's good. It's definitely fruity. There's 12% alcohol in this bottle. It's aged up to 18 months. And the beautiful thing about Freixenet is that their second part of their fermentation process, instead of doing mass fermenting in barrels, they actually let the rest ferment in the bottle. So if they all have their own distinct flavor, obviously, because they are individualized. So that's a beautiful thing. So this one here, so dry, once again, just means no residual sugar, okay? So to me, it doesn't taste like, most people when they think dry, they think, oh, it's going to be, make your tongue feel like it's dry. That's not the case here, okay? I get a hint of sweet. I get some nice, like melon. or like, it's like peach and melon flavors there. But it's not too sweet. Like, it's not sweet as like a Riesling, not sweet like a Moscato, or it's not sweet like a demi-sec. Demi-secs happen to be, they're sweet. Or sweet cuvées, because this brand actually makes a sweet cuvée. It's going to be sweeter like a Moscato. Okay? So that's good. I like this one. I could drink this. Yeah, I could drink that. I would bring that to a party because it's good. I normally do Bruts because most of my family loves Brut, and so that's what we normally drink. But I like that, actually. So I might have to try to convince them otherwise. So now we're going to go into the Brut, which is the driest of champagnes. Oh yeah, and you definitely taste the difference, okay? So it tastes drier. It still has hints of fruitiness, but it is not as fruit forward as this one. So if you prefer sweet, then you're going to go, or sweeter, I should say, you will go with the extra dry. If you prefer it to be more bubbly forward, more of a crisp and clean finish, then you're going to go with the Brut, because that's really what that is. Recommendations for, I would drink both of them. I enjoy Brut too, but I just learned today that I really enjoy an extra dry also, as I keep drinking that, but I'm going to drink both. So, other fun fact, the extra dry, it would be great in like a sangria. If I was to put together some, actually got some peaches or maybe some mangoes, added some oranges, let it ferment in this overnight, maybe add a little vodka to it, it would make a great sangria. However, for me, and the way that I started drinking champagne, I had to have juice in it, and especially because Brut was the way I was introduced. It's drier, so this would go great with juice. The tasting notes for this also state that it has a little bit of ginger in it. So I think that, like, if we did like a gin cocktail with this, like a good Hendrick's gin and a cocktail with this, it would be phenomenal. I'm gonna have to work on that. Maybe give you guys a few punch recipes that you can use, because sparkling wines are a great base for punches. And these were fairly inexpensive, $10.99 a bottle, which is really good. They say that it could go up to $14.99, but I got them both for $10.99 today, so I'm winning, and I'm sure you guys can too. So these are a great base for any type of punch, even if you just take, let me think, like, I mean, you could do like a sparkling lemon, a raspberry lemonade, or a peach mango lemonade, and add this to it. It will brighten up any type of juice. That's basically what a mimosa is, sparkling wine with juice. So I would recommend both of these, actually. $10.99, great fine, good quality. It doesn't taste like, sometimes they could taste metal, like they taste like metal to me. It doesn't taste like that. And I would drink them both. So next time I have to